that he's been inactive for quite a long time. Like we were talking about fighting him with Conor Benn maybe 6 months ago or a year, and every month or 3 months or 6 months that passes, you do become a lot older.
You know, it has to be financial. I mean, any fighter that comes back, especially from retirement, a guy like Manny Pacquiao, it definitely has to do with money.
Boxing legends around the globe are buzzing with excitement and disbelief as Manny Pacquiao announces his return to the ring at 46 years old to face rising star Mario Barrios. The iconic 8 Division world champion, famed for his lightning-fast speed and relentless fighting spirit, is stepping back into the spotlight years after his last professional bout, once again proving that age is just a number for the Filipino legend. As the news spreads, reactions from the boxing world are flooding in. Many are applauding Pacquiao's unwavering dedication and fearless comeback, while others express concern over the risks of facing a younger, dangerous opponent like Barrios. Manny Pacquiao's announcement of his return to professional boxing at age 46 has sparked a wide range of reactions within the boxing community. While many admire his legendary status and unwavering passion for sport, others voice concern about the risks of stepping back into the ring at...
Which contemporary fighter do you most enjoy watching right now?
Out of the big-time fighters now?
Yeah.
Pacquiao looks sensational his last fight. Oh, sensational. No fighter, and you as my witness, as any expert, no fighter looks more sensational than Pacquiao looked the other night. No fighter, name a fighter looked more sensational than Manny Pacquiao did the night he fought.
Let me sneeze and say Floyd Mayweather. How do I sneeze and say Floyd Mayweather?
All right, hey, listen. Then that shows that you're a neophyte in boxing. You know nothing about boxing.
Oh, excuse me?
Because no.
What? I ain't hear you, Mike. What'd you say?
You don't know much about boxing.
You're a little uncomfortable up here.
No one said who was better. I said there's nobody in boxing that fighting that looks sensational.
Sensational.
The way that Pacquiao.
Such an advanced age. Nearly 4 years after his last professional fight, Pacquiao is preparing to make a highly anticipated comeback. WBC President Mauricio Suleiman has confirmed that Pacquiao is set to challenge current WBC welterweight champion Mario Barrios in July 20.
Like as if Manny Pacquiao in the middle of his prime said, I am going to fight MMA. That would be insane. And you'd probably get his face kicked off. Probably get strangled, probably get taken down, strangled, and he would be helpless. It's a different skill set. There's so much more to MMA. To me, it's more exciting.
2025. This return is made possible under WBC rules, which allow former champions to contend for titles after coming out of retirement, a provision previously extended to icons like Sugar Ray Leonard. The official fight announcement is expected after Pacquiao concludes his Senate campaign in the Philippines, which ends on May 12th. However, reports suggest that Premier Boxing Champions and TGB Promotions have already secured the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas for July 19th, strongly hinting at the planned date and venue for the blockbuster event. Joe Rogan, renowned commentator and podcaster, expressed serious concern over Manny Pacquiao's return to the ring. This is dangerous, Rogan stated, pointing to the potential health risks Pacquiao faces at this stage of his life and career. He emphasized the intense physical demands of boxing and questioned the wisdom of stepping back into the ring after such a long absence. Amir Khan, former world champion.
And Manny got in touch with me as well. Manny was like, shall we do a fight? He's quite serious about it. He was like, shall we make a fight happen? I go, listen, if you can get a funder, if you can get someone like a Turkey Yellow Sheikh on board, then why not?
There's no, I mean, that must be able to be made that. Yeah. I mean, surely.
You do that for the right money, right?
Massive. Look, we've had our best days, and I think a fight like that would definitely sell. I mean, Manny having a massive Philippine fan base, and all around the world really, and then obviously myself, I've got a decent fan base as well, so I think it will definitely sell, and people would like to see, when people make comebacks, I mean, people always like to see them, see how the fight's going to be, and me and Manny are probably in the same position. We'd be both being retired for like 3-4 years. I think it will make a good fight.
And you're only 38 as well, I mean, so we've seen boxers older than that getting back into the ring. I mean, it's still a good age where you certainly could box again.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, look at George Foreman, the late George Foreman. He was a great champion, and he came back. I think he must have been in his late 40s when he come back and won a world title as well. So, look, in boxing, it's always that one punch. And at the same time, though, guys, is that I look back and think, do I need to get back in the ring again? You know, we've always been prize fighters. I've always taken punches to the head. It could just be that one punch that hurts you, and God forbid you get hurt and you can't spend good quality time with your family.
Champion and longtime associate of Manny Pacquiao has shared a mixed perspective on Pacquiao's return to boxing. While he acknowledges the commercial excitement surrounding a potential bout, Khan has also raised concerns about the motivations driving the comeback. Khan expressed openness to stepping back into the ring to face Pacquiao, but only if sufficient financial backing is secured, possibly from influential figures in the boxing world, such as Saudi boxing chief Turki Alashik. If you can get someone like Turki Alashik on board, then why not? Khan remarked, suggesting that financial incentives would be a key factor in making the fight happen. However, Khan also voiced reservations about the fairness of Pacquiao returning to compete for a world title, especially when so many young, active fighters are striving for their shot. If Manny wants to come and fight for a world title, why not? But it's a bit unfair, isn't it? There are so many young fighters coming up. Really, I think you should give the next generation a chance, man, he stated, emphasizing the need to support rising talent in the sport. Amir Khan also took a moment to reflect on the long-rumored but ultimately unrealized mega fight between himself and Manny Pacquiao. According to Khan, the bout fell apart due to a mix of contractual hurdles and financial instability. He revealed that negotiations were plagued by unreliable intermediaries and unfulfilled promises from investors, particularly regarding a proposed fight in the United Arab Emirates. The fight didn't happen because Bob Arum said the investors in Dubai, or wherever he may, couldn't put the money together and needed more time. Khan explained, the failure to secure the necessary funding ultimately caused the deal to collapse. Despite the missed opportunity, Khan remains open to facing Pacquiao under the right circumstances. He has made it clear that he would only consider a comeback for high-profile showdowns against elite opponents like Pacquiao or Floyd Mayweather. I'm 90% done with the sport anyway. I don't have the love for boxing anymore. To motivate myself, it would only have to be Manny or Floyd Mayweather, Khan said, emphasizing that he's financially comfortable and uninterested in fighting unless the stakes are significant. Meanwhile,
it's a very contentious subject, like people moaning about Manny Pacquiao. I think Manny Pacquiao is still good enough to beat most fighters in the top 20 at 147 pounds. He's clearly not the fighter that he once was. You're not going to be at that age. My problem is that he's been inactive for quite a long time. Like we were talking about fighting him with Conor Benn maybe 6 months ago or a year, and every month or 3 months or 6 months that passes, you do become a lot older. So, I guess there's two questions. One is, should he be fighting again? And at the end of the day, if he's good enough to beat everybody outside of the top 20 in the world, then why not? But should he be fighting for the world title? I guess that's another question. In the commercial world of boxing, the answer is yeah, probably. In the ratings world and activity world, the answer is probably not.
Do you think it's strange that he's coming off the couch and getting a title fight like that?
I think when you've achieved what he's achieved, you've always got the right to do things a little bit differently to others. And with all due respect, Barrios is not Boots, and Barrios is not Crawford. And that's why we pushed the Conor Benn fight. Conor Benn, his best win is against Algieri or Van Heerden. So actually Pacquiao is a step up. People were still complaining at me for mentioning that fight, like Conor Benn is Boots, but he still hasn't had those wins yet. So, I like to see great fighters just slowly fade out of the sport, but also at the same time, if they feel good, if they feel they can be competitive, and there's a lot of money to be made, I also...
Promoter Eddie Hearn weighed in on Pacquiao's planned return at age 46 to face Mario Barrios for the WBC welterweight title. While acknowledging Pacquiao's legendary status and global appeal, Hearn expressed concern about the legitimacy of him competing for a world title after a lengthy hiatus. Should he be fighting for a world title? Hearn asked, raising valid points about fairness and the impact on younger, active fighters still waiting for their shot. Hearn stressed the importance of preserving the integrity of title fights, noting that such opportunities should be earned through consistent performance and recent activity in the ring. While he conceded that Pacquiao's return would undoubtedly generate massive interest and revenue, he also cautioned that age and time away from competition could significantly affect the former champion's performance. Hearn's remarks echo a broader debate within the boxing world: how to balance respect for legendary fighters with the responsibility to maintain competitive fairness, and create space for the next generation of talent. Mike Tyson once stirred up the boxing world by boldly claiming that Naoya in no way surpasses Manny Pacquiao in terms of skill and dominance. Speaking on his podcast Hot Boxing, Tyson described Inoue as vicious, praising his relentless style and technical precision in the ring. Known as a monster, Inoue has achieved an extraordinary record, becoming a world champion in 4 weight divisions and the undisputed title holder in both the bantamweight and super bantamweight classes. With a staggering 90% knockout rate, Inoue's efficiency and discipline have cemented his place among boxing's elite. While Pacquiao's legacy includes world titles in a record-breaking 8 weight classes, Tyson's comparison spotlights Inoue's unbeaten record and razor-sharp fighting style. This viewpoint contributes to the ongoing debate about who truly deserves the title of the greatest pound-for-pound boxer in history. Meanwhile, Terence Crawford has cast out on Manny Pacquiao's place among boxing's all-time greats. His skepticism centers on Pacquiao's past holding of the WBA regular welterweight title, which Crawford does not recognize.
Manny's a generational, talented fighter, but I don't feel like, he did it on his own.
I don't think Pacquiao took steroids. Really, the Mayweathers questioned it and drilled them on it, and that made people pick a side. I can't say that means Pacquiao was on something. And the reason why is because Pacquiao may have been the most tested fighter of all time. He never failed a test. Floyd did. So you're talking about a situation where now you're just saying he's so good that he must be on something. But number 2, Crawford said Pacquiao was knocking everybody out until he took the test. That was a damn lie. Pacquiao power went down after he went up. Pacquiao didn't knock out anybody at welterweight. That had nothing to do with the test. He went up and he ain't knocked anyone out at welterweight. He knocked out Ricky Hatton. That was at 140. Floyd knocked out Ricky Hatton. So that doesn't say that Pacquiao had steroid power. He wasn't knocking out anybody. Yeah, he was beating them up.
As a legitimate world championship. He's not a champion in my eyes. He don't have the super belt. That's a champion in my eyes, Crawford stated, emphasizes focus on unifying divisions with primary title holders, not secondary belt holders. Crawford has also been vocal in questioning Pacquiao's career accolades. In a recent appearance on the Pound for Pound podcast, he pointed to Pacquiao's initial resistance to Olympic-style drug testing during negotiations with Floyd Mayweather Jr. That's me personally. For the simple fact that when Floyd made a point for him to do the blood test, he didn't want to. But then when he did do the blood test, he hasn't got a knockout since, Crawford said, implying suspicions about the legitimacy of Pacquiao's knockout power. Together, Tyson's praise of Inoue and Crawford's critiques of Pacquiao add new layers to the ever-heated debate over who truly ranks among boxing's all-time best. Manny Pacquiao's decision to move up in weight to face Antonio Margarito in 2010 stands as one of the boldest moments of his legendary career. Despite a significant size disadvantage, standing nearly half a foot shorter and weighing 17 pounds less on fight night, Pacquiao relied on his blistering speed, elite footwork, and ring IQ to outclass the much larger Margarito. Pacquiao weighed in at just 144.6 pounds, well under the 150-pound catchweight limit, and rehydrated to approximately 148 pounds by fight night. Margarito, by contrast, entered the ring at an estimated 165 pounds. After the grueling match, Pacquiao reflected on the physical toll it took, stating, "Amazing I survived that Margarito fight. Night of the fight, I was 148 pounds. Despite the punishing battle, Pacquiao emerged victorious, capturing the WBC Super Welterweight title and cementing his place in history as the only boxer to win world championships in 8 different weight divisions. Now, that incredible achievement and a 26-year career filled with historic milestones have earned Pacquiao his place in the International Boxing Hall of Fame. On December 5th, 2024, it was announced that Pacquiao would be inducted as part of the Hall of Fame's class of 2025, his first year of eligibility. The induction ceremony is scheduled for June 5th to 8th, 2025, in Canastota, New York. Pacquiao's professional record stands at 62 wins, 8 losses, and 2 draws, with titles spanning from flyweight to super welterweight. Beyond boxing, he made a significant impact as a public servant, serving as a senator in the Philippines and running for president in 2022. His dual legacy in both the ring and politics.
2015, you remember that one. Pacquiao is now planning to run for president in his native Philippines this upcoming May. But Shannon, how will you remember Manny as a boxer?
Historically great fighter.
Good for you.
The only fighter to win 8 world titles. I mean, he started out boxing, he was 106 pounds, won a title at, I think, 112, and went all the way up to
108 first.
Went all the way up to 154.
It's impossible. It's just...
I don't believe, I feel very comfortable and said, I don't believe we'll ever see that again, Skip.
We'll never see it again.
And it wasn't like he was fighting bums. When you go back and look at Marco Antonio Barrera and Eric Morales and Oscar Larios and De La Hoya and Hatton and Cotto, Margarita, Mosley, Timothy Bradley, Mayweather, Skill. I mean, what do you got to say? He was a champion in 4 different decades.
Yep.
Fighter of the year. First ballot Hall of Fame. He's great.
Has made him a national icon in the Philippines. Reacting to his Hall of Fame selection, Pacquiao expressed heartfelt appreciation. I am so happy that I've been selected to enter the International Boxing Hall of Fame. This certainly is a wonderful Christmas gift. Joining him in the class of 2025 are fellow modern era champions Michael Nunn and Vinny Pazienza, alongside...
Your thoughts on Manny Pacquiao's retirement?
One of the greatest fighters we've ever seen. Never ran from anybody. Had completely respected the sport of boxing. Was an ultimate champion. And I have to tell you, one of the nicest human beings you'll ever meet on the planet Earth. I mean, when people... I want just to say this real quick because I know we got to go because we got one more thing to discuss, Mark.
Yeah.
When people talk about Manny Pacquiao and they say stuff like, well, he's fighting for money. I would like y'all to know that there are people who line up in the streets of the Philippines just to come get some money from him. He's very charitable.
Oh, yeah.
That's why money was compromising, because he's a giver. He's a special dude. I'm gonna miss him.
Several other notable figures from the sport's rich history. Pacquiao officially retired from boxing in September 2021 following a unanimous decision loss to Dennis Yugas. At age 42, he cited persistent leg cramps and physical limitations as key factors in his decision to step away. It is difficult for me to accept that my time as a boxer is over. Today, I am announcing my retirement, Pacquiao said at the time. He also acknowledged the sport's role in lifting him out of poverty and enabling him to inspire millions worldwide. His retirement marked the end of an era, but Pacquiao's name will forever be etched in the annals of boxing history. Not just as a champion, but as a once-in-a-generation fighter whose legacy transcends the sport. In a recent video segment, Stephen A. Smith shared his thoughts on Manny Pacquiao's retirement, expressing deep admiration for the boxing legend's extraordinary career. He praised Pacquiao's unparalleled accomplishments, most notably his historic status as the only 8-division world champion, and acknowledged the profound impact Pacquiao has had on the sport. Smith also highlighted Pacquiao's rare ability to inspire fans around the globe, not just with his skill in the ring, but through his humility, work ethic, and commitment to serving others outside of boxing. Manny Pacquiao's last professional fight took place in August 2021, where he suffered a unanimous decision loss to Dennis Yugas. Since then, he has remained absent from the ring. Promoter Eddie Hearn has cautioned that long periods of inactivity, particularly for aging fighters, can be detrimental. While Pacquiao's determination to return is admirable, the physical demands of elite-level boxing
in a world title fight against the WBC welterweight champion Mario Barrios. Date yet to be confirmed, venue yet to be confirmed, but it looks like it will be in July and in Las Vegas. Massive news announced yesterday by the WBC president, and you know, it was so out of left field. You know, Pacquiao hasn't fought professionally since 2021. That was 4 years ago. He was 41 at the time, and of course he lost to Yordenis Ugas, the very, very tricky Cuban fighter. Convincingly lost to Yordenis Ugas, and in that fight 4 years ago, as I say, 2021.
Decision to return to the ring. Do you believe he still has what it takes to compete at the elite level, or should he focus on preserving his legacy? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.